We are in a new month and PlayStation have held their state of play with cool reviews on new games, updates on old ones, and PSVR 2. Now I'm gonna go over the PSVR 2 games before the consoles and PC ones. So without any further delays, let's get right to it. First off, we have The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution, and it is a follow-up to the first game. There's going to be a new story, new weapons, maps, and more. The game will be released in 2023, but for those who can't wait for some zombie action, it is going to be released on the original PSVR this year. Now the next one is No Man's Sky. This game just keeps getting better and better and just a complete opposite of what it was when it launched. For those wanting more immersion in their space adventures, this game is coming on PSVR 2 with more impressive graphics than ever on the PS5.
Wow. Well, Ethan Winters, you escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
Oh boy. I feel like this game is gonna cause more craze on the internet now that it's all going to be in VR. Lady D should definitely be prepared. This game is going to be a complete campaign, and the VR will let players guard by actually lifting their arm, along with an option to use different weapons in each hand, which is going to lead to impressive dynamic gameplay. Now the last one is Horizon Call of the Mountain, a VR spin-off of Forbidden West, and this is going to let us experience the world of Horizon in a whole new and beautiful way. The game and story will follow Reyes, a former Shadow Kaja warrior who is looking to redeem himself by investigating new threats to Sodom. We are going to be able to climb and shoot different types of arrows and taking down machines. And though players won't be exploring the world through Aloy's eyes, they will meet them and other familiar and new characters on their journey. There is also going to be a whole new mode called River Ride, where players will get to enjoy the beautiful scenery, though it is also with its dangers. Okay guys, now that's it with the PSVR 2 games. Now let's just move on to the list we're probably waiting for on this video. First up, we have a major update to Horizon Forbidden West. The game will get an improved visual fidelity, as if the game wasn't pretty enough. There will be a new Game Plus mode and trophies, a way to reset your skills, and an ultra difficulty mode for those who just want to be rageful. There will also be a new herbalist vendor and an improved anti-aliasing. And lastly, the game is out now. I never thought I would get excited to play as a cat in a video game, but here we are. This adorable game just got a new trailer, and it showed our furry protagonist on a journey through the city, interacting with the NPCs who are all robots, doing parkour, leaping from obstacles and dodging drones. The game looks like it's going to be a blend of action, adventure, and stealth gameplays. And we have a release date for this one, and it's going to be on 19th July 2022 for PS4 and PS5. Next up, we have Tunic, which was released for PC and Xbox back in March, but now it's coming to PlayStation 4 and 5. You play as a fox in a Zelda Breath of the Wild inspired world on a wild adventure. The game will be released on 27th September this year. Our next game is Season, A Letter to the Future, an adventure game where you play as a character traveling through the gorgeous pastel-hued world, taking photos, meeting and interacting with people, and exploring this strange world around you. Players will use a bike as a means of travel and use different tools and mechanics to discover the world they have never seen before in this game. Up next, we get a first look at this futuristic skater shooter called Roller Drome. In this gorgeous cel-shaded world, players will be performing acrobatic tricks on their roller skates whilst blasting each other with different weapons and avoiding giant mechs, which will destroy you if you give them the chance. The game will be released on PS4 and PS5 on August 16th this year. PC fans and gamers rejoice as Spider-Man, the remastered version with all its DLC, will be dropping on PC this year. As Sony's journey to further enter the PC market, the game was just bound to come over to PC. And it won't be alone, as Miles Morales is scheduled for a release too this year. The 2018 game will be released on 12 August, whilst Miles Morales will launch in spring this year. Coming up, we have a new, possibly Souls-like anime game called Eternites. This is a dungeon action hack and slash with unique gameplay elements for players to enjoy. It features a young man with a magical sword arm who goes on a spree through a Tokyo-inspired city. The game is also a dating sim mixed up with all that action, with choices to make that would define the story and the characters going forward. I feel like this could be an anime on its own. With some of the shots we saw of it, it was brilliant. And honestly, if there is a spin-off of an anime from this game, then I'm all there for it. If you're a Dead Space fan and you've been waiting on a new game for years now, well, you're in luck. The Callisto Protocol is there to scratch that itch. The game is from the co-creator of Dead Space, Glenn Schofield, and just by looking at it, you can definitely tell this stunning survival game is set in a desolate planet with lots of mutated creatures, and from the gameplay will feature a Dead Space-esque control and mechanic. By the color, as you can see from the shirt, it goes from green to red, and that is probably the health, just like in Dead Space where you can see your health from the back of your suit. The game is coming out on all consoles and PC on December 2nd this year, which is a lot sooner than I thought. With the success of Resident Evil 2 remake and the divisive Resident Evil 3 remake, we knew a remake to the 4th game was inevitable. The story is going to be reimagined while still keeping the core of the game there. The RE engine is being used to remake the game to give us a gorgeous modernized game and updating the controls as well. There is going to be a PSVR 2 content also coming for the game, but that's the only details that have been revealed. The game will be releasing on March 23rd next year for the PS5. Coming up, we have the 6th entry into the Street Fighter gaming franchise, which was teased a few months ago, but now we've got a full gameplay trailer to quench that thirst the first tease left us. The game is revamped with a new art style and stylish combat and slightly more realistic without ditching the crazy and over-the-top action and fun that the games are known for. We see appearances from fan favorites Ryu and Chun-Li and newcomer Jamie. The game will feature a story mode, free roaming, and real-time commentary for the first time in the franchise.
It's time to bust this out! 私を染み渡し出血大サービスだダメージ計算ゲージ管理パンチ
As for when it will release, it will be on PS4 and PS5 in 2023. The last reveal on the state of play was probably the biggest, with a new gameplay trailer for Final Fantasy XVI. The game will follow our protagonist Clive Rosefield and his team, who will take on enemies in a war echoing through the lands of Valencia. Combat seems to be more action and cinematic with giant monsters, which seems to play a big role in the story, but how much you will control them is still unknown. We get a new look at our favorite summons accompanied by an epic score which makes the whole trailer echo with greatness. The game will be released on PS5, and if this trailer didn't get you hyped, then I don't know what it's going to do for you. Now that's it for the state of play. I will say that this is much better than the last one that we got. Honestly, I can't wait for the Callisto Protocol, Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil 4 remake, and Final Fantasy 16. I mean, come on, most of the games on this list, apart from the VR ones, I'm just excited for them. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what your top 3 games of this list and what you think of this state of play. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps the channel out. Subscribe and turn on that post notification bell not to miss any other video. As always, Nerdy Sage here. See you guys in the next one.